Welcome back, everybody. I'm here now with that full forecast. Starting you off with these current temperatures, it's still very warm outside. 86 degrees right here in San Angelo, a little bit cooler, 84 over here in Abilene. We can see some cooler temperatures over here in these eastern counties, 79 here in Comanche, 78 over here in Mason. And that's going to be part of the way that we have some more slight, very light showers that could be coming to some of those eastern counties. But before that, lows tonight are going to be comfortable, a little bit around average, depending on where you are in the area. The big country going to be a bit cooler than the Concho Valley because we have a cold front that's actually going to be coming in tonight. And by the time we get towards those lows, it's going to be about halfway through our region, if not quite all the way through. But you can see almost 70 degrees for that low here in Mason and Junction, 50 over here, Snyder, Roby, Anson, and Sweetwater, which that's almost a 20-degree difference from top to bottom. So we've got a pretty wide range of temperatures here, 60 right in the middle here in San Angelo. But as we get into Wednesday, of course, I want to make you guys aware that we do have more storms coming. Now, of course, as of right now, the big country is the only place that's in the slight risk. But if you were around for this past weekend, you notice that this SPC outlook changes pretty much every day, depending on how they reevaluate the conditions. So the big country in that slight risk, everybody else in this marginal. But of course, we're going to continue to see the same main threats of damaging winds, probably up to 70 miles per hour. And hail could be quarter size or larger. You know, this past weekend, we saw hail up to 2, maybe even 2.5 inches thick. But of course, we still have a low chance for tornadoes. That might not be the case for people further out east in the Permian Basin as we continue through where that dry line is going to be. But the rain is basically going to last mostly through Wednesday. It will continue a little bit into Thursday as well. You might see some showers if you're going along that cold front, especially in the Concho Valley. That cold front's going to be coming again tonight, just around midnight. So let's get into that for a second. It's the first thing we're going to be dealing with as we get through this week. We again have this dry line that's bisecting our area, which is the reason that we saw fire weather risk today in this western half of our region. But this cold front is going to be making its way in from the Panhandle as we get into Monday evening and getting into Tuesday morning. So you can see this rain develops very likely, very possibly from Comanche, even all the way to this little corner of Crockett County as well. And once that front actually stands here, it's going to start to stall. It'll transition into a stationary front, which again could bring some more of those rains as we get into Tuesday evening. And from Tuesday evening onward, that stationary front is going to become a warm front, travel back up. We could see some showers in the meantime, similarly to like we did on Sunday. But we have this greater system that we see as we get into Wednesday that'll be approaching this line of possibly severe storms that could start to make its way into West Texas, and this cold front starting to do the same. We get through Wednesday morning, the warm front's going to travel further north, the cold front's going to get closer, and storms, of course, will develop along our area and will continue to make their way further southwest. This dry line is going to do the same thing. It's going to be what helps some of those storms develop and move off into the area, again, just like we saw this weekend. So as we get into Thursday morning, that cold front's going to develop, and along this next cold front, we'll see even more storms come through as we get into Thursday morning. But we'll be just about in the clear by the time we get to Thursday at noon, so our afternoon time should be a lot more comfortable. But there's more good news depending on how you look at it with this week. We've got rising temperatures from the 80s these next 3 days, jumping into the 90s on Friday, and we might even see triple digits for the first time as we get into this year. But of course, with that, we will most likely see some fire weather risk as well. So wrapping up with your 7-day forecast, we've got another good chance for rain. Hopefully it's helping us with these horrible drought conditions that we're having. I'm kind of excited to see what this next drought monitor is going to look like. But once we hit Friday, high pressure is going to come through. We'll see triple digits hopefully as we get into the weekend. But again, fire weather risk will most definitely come with it.